Hi, I'm Vivek Paul. I graduated from Pilani in 1980 and I graduated as an electrical and electronics engineer. And I'm pretty proud to share that I was in Bodh Bhavan and then RP Bhavan and had an absolute blast while
I also had the opportunity to lead both the water polo and the swimming teams. So nice and wonderful experience there. Built many friends and relationships there that are today continuing on. As some of you may know, been prior to this the CEO of Wipro's IT and business process outsourcing businesses, and had the pleasure and privilege of building that from a very small company to a very large company.
Hello, I am Krishna Saraswat. I graduated from BITS Pilani in 1968 and I'm currently a professor in the Department of Electrical Engineering and also in the Department of Material Science and Engineering at Stanford University. I work on nanoelectronics technology.
My name is Alumni. I was in BITS from 1985 to 89.
My name is Ashish Shah. I'm from the batch of 94 through 98.
I'm from the 97 batch.
I'm from 99 batch, A3PS 159.
77 XXX 565.
I joined BITS in 1983.
I graduated from BITS Pilani in 1984.
I did my master's at Stanford.
This fall, I plan to go back to school to start at the MBA program at Harvard Business School.
Well, I'll be at UC Berkeley's Haas School of Business.
I went to Stanford for my master's.
Did an MS at UC Santa Barbara.
Went to grad school at University of Utah for computer science, and now I work at Intel Labs.
Currently, I'm employed at Cisco Systems.
I work for Microsoft Corporation.
I was at Apple all the way from 92 to 98.
I'm a venture capitalist with Trinity Ventures.
And I work at IBM Research.
I work for Qualcomm.
I'm a senior finance manager at Cisco Systems.
Currently, I'm a director at Synopsys.
Working as a professor at IIT Delhi.
I currently work for the New York Stock Exchange.
I work for Oracle.
I'm now the founder and CEO of a young company called Net Customer, and I'm very proud to be a BITSian.
I'm proud to be a BITSian.
I'm proud to be a BITSian.
I'm proud to be a BITSian.
Proud to be a BITSian.
Proud to be a BITSian.
I'm proud to be a BITSian. Proud to be a BITSian.
I'm proud to be a BITSian.
We are proud to be BITSians.
We are proud to be BITSians.
We are proud to be BITSians.
I'm proud to be a BITSian.
Hi, my name is Shognik. I'm from the batch of 1997. I still recall being in that exact same position. It was the first day of college. It was the first time I was away from home. Bottom line, I was extremely nervous. I recall being in an auditorium full of people and still feeling extremely lonely. I thought that the next 4 years will be very depressing, gloomy, and very different from home. But boy was I wrong. I remember going back to the bhavans and finding 4 or 5 students who were talking about the exact same things. They had the same fears, the same apprehensions, and before I even knew it, I had a whole new bunch of friends. It was just like having a family away from home. A family where professors knew me by my first name. A family where I had friends I could spend all night talking to. A family where the mess bhaiyas knew the exact amount of salt I took with my eggs. I had a great time in Pilani. I learned a lot, I made some wonderful friends, and met a lot of really talented people. But time seemed to just fly past by. And before I even knew it, it was time to say goodbye to the walls of FD 1, 2 and 3. It was time to make that one last trip to the Saraswati temple. It was time to return that one last pending library book. And it was time to make that one last trip back from Pilani. And as I stood there in that same auditorium for probably the last time in my BITSian life, I thought that was the end of the BITS Pilani chapter of my life. But boy was I wrong once again. It's been almost 5 years since I left Pilani, and the number of BITSians that I've met, interacted with, or worked with, or just benefited from is a lot more than the number of BITSians I knew in Pilani itself. With more than 50 chapters in more than 25 countries, BITSAA, the BITS Alumni Network, is one of the most well-connected and well-knit alumni networks in the world. No matter where you are or what you're doing, chances are high that there will be a BITSian right next to you. The BITS Pilani chapter of your life doesn't end with the 4 years of college. It just begins out there. Welcome to BITS Pilani. The journey has just begun. BITSAA is all about giving back to the organization that helped us be the individuals that we are today. It's all about making life a little bit simpler for BITSians all over the world. So whether you're a BITSian who wants to pursue further studies, or a BITSian who wants to be an entrepreneur, or just a BITSian who wants some good old friendly advice, we at BITSAA have some activity aimed just right for you. Take this house for example.
It's pretty late in the night in California, and we have 4 BITSians working on a brand new BITSAA project called Embryo. Mayur, Shashikant, Gurpreet and Madhur are all set to give BITSians in Pilani a true taste of global academic knowledge.
It was December last year, and some of our friends were thinking together. We were thinking that there are so many BITSians who've gone to the best business schools, gone to the best universities. They're leaders and they're entrepreneurs. It would be so nice if we could tap on the knowledge and experience.
We wanted to make the knowledge and experience of alumni accessible to the BIT students through lecture series, collaborative research projects.
We'll do these lectures using video conferencing technologies, and the two-way interaction between the speaker and the students will give the feel of a real classroom.
And that's how the Embryo project was born, a project that allowed BITSians across the world to deliver lectures for BITSians in Pilani.
In the real world outside, if I can provide even an iota of that knowledge back to the BITSians, it is going to be very beneficial for them.
I contacted the faculty at BITS Pilani and they were very helpful. We talked to Professor Rahul Banerjee, and with his help, in 1 month, we had set up the infrastructure to do our first lecture.
I gave a talk on global positioning system.
I gave a lecture on information retrieval. Around 25 to 30 students attended the lecture.
We had a nice question and answer session. Professor Balasubramaniam, who is the group leader of EEE department, attended
You'd be surprised how many alumni have agreed to join the project. In the coming months, we plan to do lectures on admissions to MS PhD in US universities, admissions to B schools, and various technical...
The technical side, we want to cover the entire spectrum of disciplines, right from computer science to electronics to pharmacy to biology to physics.
So that was the BITS Embryo team, a whole bunch of BITSian alumni trying to make things a little bit simpler for you, as I said. So stay tuned, because the next few months, it doesn't matter what your discipline is, you will benefit from the BITS Embryo project.
How often have you felt that you have the next big idea, that the thing which just came to your mind is worth $1 million? Meet DP and Ashish Shah, 2 BITSians who've come up with a new initiative called Pilani to help people just like you.
So Plan E is an entrepreneurship initiative started by BITSAA SVC. When BITSAA SVC was thinking about what activity they can do for BITSians here in the Silicon Valley, entrepreneurship was one of the things that we decided will be a very good opportunity to interact with the entrepreneurs amongst us.
So there are a lot of entrepreneurship associations in the Silicon Valley, like the Indus Entrepreneurs called TIE and SWAYS. What Pilani is trying to provide different to the BITSian, to the ex-BITSians out here is the personal touch.
We get in speakers who can talk about their success stories, their learnings, and also teach others about, let's say, how do I start my company, or how do I get funding for the company, or what are the exit strategies, or what are the things I should keep in mind.
So we have a lot of speakers lined up for the rest of the year, like Ajay Chopra, Sandeep Gupta, and a lot of ex-BITSians.
DP and Ashish have already taken major strides for Plan E. Just a few weeks back, they organized for an interactive session with Jan Ramakutti, a leading BITSian entrepreneur, where a whole bunch of BITSians got to interact with and get first-hand experience about the entire entrepreneurship process.
The employee is someone who shows up to work every day and he gets a paycheck at the end of the day, and there's nothing really connecting the employee with the corporation or the long-term goals. And so that's why I think Pilani provides a very unique opportunity. Pilani is not about a place where you come to school every day, finish your coursework, and then try to find a job. Every Pilani guy will find a job. So that should not be the goal. The goal should be every Pilani guy should be looking to find a way to solve another problem.
Pilani also organized a very successful panel discussion that brought together some of the most successful BITSian entrepreneurs.
The guy I co-founded a company with Sarat Sura. He was another BITS classmate of mine. With respect to the alumni network and what's happening now, so in my case, yeah, there's no ambiguity about that I have been a beneficiary of that. We also have been a practice school for BITS in recent years, and also, of course, a great place to recruit talent.
Entrepreneurship, it's a good question, Jim. I think it's being a bit crazy and not being uncomfortable about it. Waking up every morning and wanting to do what you're going to do without worrying about what comes with it.
So if you're a BITSian who wants to make his first big $1,000,000, go for it. We at BITSAA will try our level best to provide our 2 cents towards it. Meet Anand Krishnan. Come fall, and Anand will join Berkeley's Haas School of Business. But Anand is also the head of the BITSAA mentorship program.
Mentorship essentially involves two people, a mentor who mentors somebody, who teaches somebody, and a mentee who gets coached. So we try to hook people up together, a mentor who's been experienced at something and a mentee who wants to, for example, we paired a BITSian who graduated from a top business school, and we've got him a mentee who wants to get into business school, so he gives advice on how to do that. Another thing that we've done is to pair CEOs of companies in Silicon Valley to people who want to either start companies. And so, for example, a budding entrepreneur wants advice on which venture capitalists to talk to, how to go about negotiating the whole venture capital process.
My name is Kaushik. I'm still a student of Pilani here in the US of A, Silicon Valley, doing a practice school, which is a course component in your regular degree curriculum. And I'm here thanks to a BITSian, a very successful BITSian, who is a chief technology officer in Kawasaki Microelectronics. So he's arranged for this internship program.
Our company is the first company to have sponsored a practice school student. His name is Kaushik Narayanan in San Jose. We have also started our R&D group in Bangalore in the mixed signal IP design and also in the CAD flow. We would also be starting a practice school in Bangalore shortly.
So if you're a BITSian who needs any kind of advice or help, contact BITSAA and we'll try to fix you up with a mentor who's just right for you. And no presentation on BITSAA can ever be complete without a mention of Sandpaper, our very own one-stop resource for all things BITS, BITSians and BITSAA.
BITSAA Sandpaper is one of the most successful BITSAA initiatives. It was started back in 2003 by this guy named Anupendra Sharma based in New York. And BITSAA Sandpaper started with a team of about 5 to 6 people, and now we've grown to about 45 BITSians based all around the world that come together twice a year to publish the 100-page Sandpaper magazine.
The objective of this magazine is to capture alumni achievement, to showcase different projects that BITSians are doing, and to also talk about issues that BITS is currently facing today.
As a BITSian, if you want to find out anything about BITS, about BITSian alumni, what are the different achievements that BITSian alumni is doing, what are different BITSAA projects that are going on, BITSAA Sandpaper is a one-stop shop.
And Sandpaper, Embryo, Pilani or the mentorship program are just some of the several ongoing BITSAA initiatives. There are several other BITSAA projects that are going on in full swing. Take the BITS to B School and BITS to MS PhD e-groups for example. Started in 2004 by Abhinav Gathani and Anupendra Sharma, BITS to B School is a 1300 plus group of BITSians who want to make it to the top business schools around the world. In the very first year of existence, BITS to B School helped raise total admits to the world's top B schools by 50%. BITS to MS PhD, started by Sanket Shetty and Nitish Karula in 2005, followed a very similar route for MS and PhD applicants. The 700 plus group is an invaluable resource for all BITSians who want to pursue graduate school in the top universities around the world. And talking about alumni efforts, who can forget BITS Connect, the multi-million-dollar initiative that gave BITS one of the best networking infrastructures for any academic institution in this country, comparable to the best in the world, and alumni from all over the globe joined hands to make this massive initiative a tremendous success. We met up with Prem Jain, ex-senior vice president of Cisco's routing technology group and one of the key minds behind the BITS Connect project.
Idea was to connect the buildings, the whole infrastructure with the state-of-the-art networking equipment so that everybody at BITS has great access from home as well as from hostels, as well as in the classrooms or even in museum library access to the network. The BITS Connect became much bigger major vision, which is really bringing the people who graduated from BITS all together and really do multiple projects, and a couple of them, OLAB was one of them, and Embryo is another part of it.
So the next time you're sitting in Sky and submitting an assignment, or you're just sitting in your room and emailing to your parents, remember the thousands of alumni who did their little bit to make this dream a reality. And BITSAA is not just about helping BITSians. BITSAA has quite a few projects that are aimed at helping people less fortunate than us and doing our bit for the society. BITSAID and BITSUNAMI are two such philanthropic projects spearheaded by BITSians.
So we started BITSaid in August 2005, and we started off with 4 people and 4 projects where the projects were where BITSians actually initiated the projects. And then almost a year now, in 2006, we are almost 10 projects strong and 100 volunteers. We are looking at 2 different sectors. One is registered with BITSaid and another is sponsored by BITSaid. These are 2 various categories. Registered is somewhere where people actually initiated the projects, BITSians initiated the projects. And sponsored is where people are actually, BITSians are volunteering in projects which are not initiated by BITSaid.
The BitSunami project was another such commendable effort. A few days after the disastrous tsunami waves, Sudeep Jain, an IAS officer and ex-BITSian, appealed to BITSians to participate in the rehabilitation effort. A 2-day visit by half a dozen alumni gave rise to the idea of a holistic rehabilitation approach for the 2 villages. BITSians then joined hands with several industry members to bring life back to normalcy in these villages. Part of this mammoth effort included a world record feat of planting 1,74,422 saplings in a single day in memory of all tsunami victims. Now come on, we can't end this video without some good old BITSian fun, can we? Every year, BITSAA organizes hundreds of BITSian gatherings that brings together BITSians from down the years to relive and cherish those fond memories once again. Gandhi, Shankar, Mal, Nagarji, Sky, Roompop, Intro, ID Grandpop, Kannauj, Shivji, MB, Pappu, Blue Moon. Remember these terms? So land up in the next BITSAA event closest to your location and meet up with BITSians to catch up with all those things that you so missed.
Hi, I am Chandra Bhople, batch of 79. What you saw was just a little peek into BITSAA, the BITS alumni body. But this video is not about BITSAA achievements and projects. The purpose of this video is to make you aware that starting today, you are a part of a new family. A family that spreads across the globe, that comprises of CEOs, professors, innovators and industry leaders. A family that will be by your side if and whenever you need. It doesn't matter where BITSians are or what we do, because there is one common thread binding all of us, that we all benefited from BITS Pilani, and that we are extremely proud to be BITSians. And trust me, you will be too. And trust me, you will be too. And
कहना